What's going on, YouTube? So today we're going to talk about my first real estate investment. I'm going to break this up into two videos because there are two different times that I began to invest in real estate. And so we'll talk about, 1A and 1B. My first property that I turned into an investment was my primary home. We bought in Orlando, Florida. Was not necessarily thinking about investing at the moment when we bought, but through the course of learning, at the time I think we were going through the Dave Ramsey program. We got out of debt, then we reached a point to where just being debt free wasn't enough. So we were looking at all different options, opportunities, and we kind of started dabbling or reading about real estate, which really intrigued me. So, as we begin to, learn about real estate, at the time I was going through nursing school. So it was placed on a pause. But once I was done with nursing school, we decided to move from Florida to Texas. So, but rewind that, prior to the move of Texas, we did something called a house hack. Well, at the time I didn't know it was called a house hack. But we rented out a room to a friend's mother, and so she stayed with us, and that offsetted the mortgage, substantially, because at the time the mortgage wasn't that much. I want to say maybe it was like $1,200, and she was paying about $500. So we saved quite a bit, and so that was kind of our first real estate investment there, to where we began the house hack, but not thinking of it as a house hack, just kind of helping somebody out. So we were in that situation for a while before we ended up moving from Orlando to Texas. And so that same house we sold in around, I want to say 2020, and so that's when kind of like the housing market was on a rise. Was the prices was increasing like ridiculously fast. So what we did is we did some cosmetic work. We painted, changed floors, so almost like a flip. So fixed up the back. We had a shed in the back. We want to say we put maybe another 15 to 20 grand in the house, and then when we sold the house, we made about $100K profit. A little over 100K. And then so with that 100K, we were able to pay off my school loans that I've acquired and buy a house. And I think we bought a car and saved up a down payment for another rental. So I would say that's kind of my first investment house, even though it wasn't intended to be an investment. But what you can learn from this story is, no matter what situation you're in, there's some form way you can make money. Because we didn't buy that house to make money, but there was opportunities. So there's always opportunities to make money in real estate. You just kind of got to be creative. So in our next video, we'll talk about the property we bought in Texas.